Seattle. If ever a game was lining up for the Seattle Sounders to break out of their scoring funk, this seemed to be it. In addition to being at home, the Sounders were facing a real Salt Lake side which was allowing 2.27 goals per game and 17 goals in their 7 trips away from Salt Lake City. Instead, the Sounders turned in another punchless offensive performance, falling 1-0 on Saturday. It was the second straight home game in which the Sounders have failed to score, and they've now been shut out in 7 of 10 games overall. Even more frustratingly, the Sounders have been shut out in 4 of their 5 home league games. All of last year, they were only shut out at home twice in 19 MLS matches and came into the season having scored at least once and 15 straight at home. The scoring drought isn't quite at historic lows. They went 271 minutes without scoring back in 2010, but are heading down that road. Either way, this feels about as bad of a run as the Sounders have ever endured since joining MLS in 2009. Key moments: for the first 30 minutes or so, the Sounders actually looked pretty effective going forward, and were out shooting RSL 5-0 with all of their shots coming from inside the penalty area. The hand wallaby Wana suffered some sort of foot injury, and the game changed. Between the 34th and 65th minutes the Sounders didn't manage a single shot while RSL had 5, including Sebastian Saucedo's game winner. 3 of the Sounders' 5 second-half shots came during the 65th minute, including Lamar Neagle's header that was tipped off the crossbar, and they weren't able to create any shots between the 65th and 80th minutes. This was an offense devoid of ideas, again, and while there's a fair criticism to be made on the goal they allowed, Kelvin Leerdam seemed to think there was inside help when there was none. They can't expect to win games with an offense like this. Talking points: the defense was, again, just fine. As bad as RSL's defense may be, they've got plenty of attacking talent. Aside from the goal the Sounders surrendered, RSL did not look dangerous. Stefan Fry was only asked to make a single save and RSL was only allowed 3 shots from inside the penalty area. What was up with those subs? Having to burn subs in the first half is never ideal, and it's something Brian Schmetzer has been forced to do far too often, but bringing on 2 fullbacks when you're hurting for offense is a strange call. Schmetzer explained that he was hoping to recapture some of that Joe Evan Jones-Nohu magic when he brought on Waylon Francis to replace Wana, which I suppose is a fair call, but bringing on Jordan McCrary so he could move Kelvin Leerdam into the attack was odd. Sure, the options were limited, but with Felix Chankam and Harry Shipp on the bench and the offense failing to generate chances, neither move was remotely inspired. Another new formation after 2 games playing in a 5-4-1, a formation they'd never played before. They tried another new formation, the 4-1-4-1. The idea seemed to be to give Clint Dempsey some support in the attack, and while Wana was on the field, it seemed to be working. Once Wana went off, though, Magnus Wolf-Eichrim was the only other true offensive player to help, and it showed. Alex Roldan, Christian Roldan, Waylon Francis and Wolf combined for just 2 key passes. There just doesn't seem to be any creativity available right now. Dempsey has now been 1 goal shy of tying Freddie Montero's team record for league goals since last year. I don't think he's been outright bad this year, but he's no longer a player who can create opportunities on his own. He's being put in a position where he's being asked to be both the goal scorer and the goal generator and hasn't done much of either. Lineup: Sounders 4-1-4-1, Fry, Nohu, McCrary 67, Marshall, Kim, Leerdam, Delham, Neagle 58, Wana, Francis 33, A. Roldan, C. Bolden, Wolf, Dempsey RSL, 4-3-3, Raimondo, Acosta, Glad, Silva, Lennon, Sonny, Rusnik, Herrera 95, Beckerman, Saucedo, Krylik 68, Baird, Savarino, Beasler 86. Goals 61 feet, Saucedo, Acosta, man of match poll 7%, 6 votes, 33%, 28 votes, 59%, 49 votes, 83 votes, total vote now.